I am no fan of Bill Maher. Used to be. Probably, definitely before the election. But even before the election, you're starting to be like, oh, God, this guy, he's just an establishment shill, man. I can't keep watching that shit. Especially when a lot of these people like him still maintain that they're like progressive. Yeah. And you're like, no, shut up. To you, maybe. You and your asshole rich friends. So, Bill Maher is on, what's his face? Cuomo's new show. And it's it's an interview where he actually, you got to give it to him. If you're going to listen to this interview with, an open mind and, not completely just hate him because you don't like him for whatever reason and that's it, you got to admit, hey, the guy gets at least one thing right, or maybe a couple things at the most. But then, of course, he gets a bunch of shit wrong. So it's one of these mixed bags going on. So I might as well start with the stuff he gets right. And there's one in particular. And it was political correctness. Now, he's been on this rant or this particular thing for a while, mostly because he goes to college towns to do a lot of his stand-up bits. And, yeah, there's a lot of these assholes at college in universities where they get offended by every little goddamn thing. And you're just like, oh, grow a set of balls. Please? Can you? Can you for once? Stop crying about fucking something to offend you.
As long as Donald Trump is president, I am down the line Democrat.
But you go after them, but I think isn't that your responsibility?
I go after them because they need going after. They need some tough love. And I'm not going to stop. But yes, their stuff is raggedy too. They have some things they have to answer for, and they don't help themselves a lot. And I think a lot of this far left political correctness is a cancer on progressivism. I think when you talk to Trump supporters, they are not blind to his myriad flaws, but one thing they always say is he's not politically correct. I don't think you can overestimate how much people have been choking on political correctness and hate it. There were 2 studies about this recently. It was in the New York Times, front page story a few months ago. It was also in the Atlantic about a year ago. The vast majority of liberals in this country hate it. They think political correctness has gone way too far. No one likes to be living on eggshells.
And so that's where right-wingers do come up with the word snowflake, and it actually does stick, at least in that particular instance, where you get people that cry and bitch and complain about. Now, granted, this isn't people calling, black people the N-word to their face and be like, what, are you politically correct snowflake or something? Like, no. It's stuff where someone expresses an opinion. And it doesn't even have to be like a very unpopular, controversial one. Just something where it's different. And because it's not part of the groupthink that say usually, frequently a university town or a campus, that when they express it, people are just like, how dare you? You're canceled. Boo. Like, oh my God. And so in that respect, he is correct. Like, that shit needs to come to an end. I'm not about it at all. I'm a free speech absolutist. You should be able to say what you want. Now, here's the thing with free speech. When you say something, count on someone saying something back. Now, look, if your response back is to be a whiny crybaby bitch and to get somebody thrown off a platform and to silence them, you're in the wrong. You're an idiot. Just come back with criticism. That's all you got to do. Just like, yeah, well, those people are stupid. That's it. Have your reasoning on why. Like, oh yeah, they're stupid because da da da. And people will hear both sides, and they'll go, yeah, all right, they're stupid. Idiot gets to say whatever he wants in the form of free speech. You get to criticize. Most people will probably agree with you. There you go. That's how it goes. Don't get in a fucking crybaby whiny match trying to silence somebody. That's where someone like Bill Maher is totally correct. And again, and unfortunately, Bill Maher's on one side of this discussion, and on the other, it gives credence to absolute fucking creeps and morons like Alex Jones, Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, all these other idiots, Candace Owens, that try to act like, no, because when you criticize them, they're going, oh, you're trying to silence me. No, we're giving you valid criticism. But then they're right in the sense that there are times when these, whiny crybaby bitch people are going to actually, try to get them deplatformed for something they don't like hearing. So stop doing that shit, people. Let them say what they want. Criticize them. Say they're stupid because of, and you'll win 99% of the time. But then this guy, Bill Maher, he then lets you know exactly how out of touch he is. Because he ends up making a case for Joe Biden. And I don't know if he's going to act like the way he laid it out, and you'll see in this clip, like the way he lays it out, he might not be in favor of Joe Biden. He's just kind of like playing a devil's advocate sort of thing or whatever. I don't know. But the way he says it, you're like, oh, that's why we have Trump, you fucking idiot. Because he goes on to say, like, oh, well, people want Joe Biden because he represents a time when we used to just, not have such crazy politics and things just used to happen and things were great again. And
I think America right now looks like our feet hurt and we want the old comfortable pair of shoes. He is a return to normalcy. I don't think he's a lot of people's favorite, but he's a lot of people's second or third choice, and he's good enough, and he's going to get us back to the America we kind of remember, where things happened in a normal way, and we weren't filled of anxiety and looking at our phones every morning like, what did the mental patient do now? That's what I think people want to get back to.
Yeah, it's called the status quo. It still led to half the goddamn country earning $30,000 or less. It still led to roughly 30 million people still not being covered by fucking healthcare, even after this wonderful, awesome Obamacare passed. Numerous other things that made it so that the working class people of this country were struggling. They wanted a change, you fucking moron. So to all those people, and really what he means, he acts like he says all these people that want it back the way it was. No, he means all the people that he hangs out with in the Hollywood Hills, where he lives in fucking L.A. All these cocktail party shitbags that he fucking talks to while he's like, hey, well, what do you think? Shouldn't we go back to the way? Yeah, I really liked it back in the Obama days. Yeah, because you're rich. Nothing affects you. But for the vast majority of working class people, no matter where they are, and they don't even have to be in the fucking far left state, the New Yorks and the Californias, they could be anywhere in this country struggling. It's amazing how people like that still think, no, it's great for me, therefore it's great for most everyone else. Or even worse, they see it as like those people that still struggle even when I'm making it just fine. It's a character flaw with them. Fucking douchebag. So that's a total area in which he's out of his mind stupid. Doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And precisely why I never watch this idiot anymore. I've watched him one time in the last 2 or 3 years. I think it was after the Robert Mueller thing, just to see what kind of shitty idiot takes he's got to have, because he's another one of these boneheads that thinks Russia stole the election. Fucking boo. So, anyway, Bill Maher giving us the usual something good, something bad. He kind of knows what he's talking about. He doesn't know shit. I don't know where to go with this guy. So let's hope, because he's at an age where you can tell he's soy saucing the shit out of his hair. He's at an age and a mentality where he is out of touch. Just take all the money you've made. You're not blowing it on stupid shit like Elton John used to, where you just buy gold fixture type stuff and, go shopping and spend $1 million at a plug. Like, just go home, chill out, smoke your weed, go away. But we still got to deal with this asshole. I just hope more and more people stop watching this shit show on HBO. It's unfortunate though, because there's no like rating system or stuff where we can tell just how good his viewership is. Because I guarantee it's dropping all the time. Every time people hear his fucking dumb centrist take on things, they're just like, ugh, change. Fuck this guy. So If you're still watching this guy and you're under the age of 50, what are you doing? Go online, find somebody else who's got far better, takes on things and is way more entertaining than this shithead.